guys, welcome back to my channel, Michi Makes Up. Today I have the new Dior Wild Raffia quint I want to share with you guys. I'll be doing some swatches, comparisons at the end, and demoing it for you. I think I'm going to create a deeper smoky look. I've already used this quint once. I've done swatches, share them on Instagram and TikTok. I've also created a look wearing this for my Lisa Eldridge, kind of her new shade launch video. If you're interested, I will have a link below to that video. But today I do plan to go out, so I want to see how smoky, how deep and built on that I can make these shades to give me the desired effect. But this is a beautiful color story. When I saw the photos online, it immediately grabbed my attention, and when I received it in person, the shades are actually a bit more subdued than it looks compared to the photos. And when I look at my existing Dior collection, there are definitely a couple of quints that, while not the same, come to mind. So I'll definitely have them for comparisons at the end here. So let me go right ahead and swatch these. And also I do want to share with you that this quint, the color story as described on Dior's website, is warm brown shades, a rosewood, and an icy plum. Here is the golden shade from the quint. This is what I would call the either lid topper, inner corner shade, brow bone highlight. The center shade of the quint, and perhaps it's the reference to the icy plum. And these two here are the brown shades. And they all go on beautifully, they diffuse well. And just let me go in with the second application here. I felt like that first swatch didn't really do it justice because it looked like it was grabbing onto something. But once you apply that second application, it is smooth, it covers any spots that look like there was a gap. Let me go right ahead and create a look with this. I already have my foundation, setting powder on, and blush. I don't have any lipstick. We can choose that at the end. But for foundation, I am using the Le Beige Touch Foundation from Chanel. This is in the shade B30. And then for blush, I am using SUQQU's Melting Powder Blush in 02 Haru Oto. Because I do want to create a smokier look, I'm going to start with this shade here and just packing that on the lids. Going in with the Sonia G worker brush, I'm going to blend this out, diffuse this matte shade. Then I'm dipping the brush into this shade here and adding that on top of the matte shade we were building upon, and just blending the two together. Then taking this golden shade here, I'm actually adding that to the crease. I want to soften up the crease and any seams and also brighten it. Then taking a pinky, I'm going to dab it into the center shade here, and I'm placing it onto the middle of the lid. Let's see if that does anything. I don't think it adds much to it, so I'm pivoting to this shade here and adding it to the center to brighten it up. Now going back into this matte brown here, anything that I might have covered up with the lid topper, I'm going to add it back in. And then once again using the brush here, I'm diffusing more of that matte shade into the outer corner and into the crease. Then going back into the center shade here, I still want to incorporate this into the look because we are demoing it. I'm going to add it to the lower lash line. Let me complete this on the left eye and then we'll come back for the rest of the look. All right, so I do want to brighten up the inner corner, so I'm going back into the shade here. I'm just adding some brightness, reflective quality. Okay. And for lips, I am going to use Lisa Eldridge's Rosy Shell in her Luxuriously Lucent formula. This is the finished look, and I wanted to go with a smoky look, or attempt to anyways, because I want to see how deep, how much pigment we could pack on with this Quint to achieve something that is like not obviously just for daytime, maybe for something more dramatic for the evening. And this is the outcome. I'm happy with it. I think it looks pretty, but it is nothing. It's not going to be anything like the Guerlain Royal Jungle Quad. This is also a brown here, but you can see how much more pigmented and deeper the shades are. So you won't get the exact same impact. It's going to be all on the softer side, but if you wanted more drama, that is still achievable. And we could even go back in with this brush here that I dabbed into this matte brown and do a tight line. And you can see it's not too much pigment, but you can make it smokier that way as well. So I think I will leave it like this. It is a smoky, softer smoky look. For comparisons, I'm going to go first into this limited edition Atelier Dore. And this came out holiday season of last year. It is no longer available, but it did kind of remind me of Wild Raffia. So let's swatch a couple of shades here. I'm not gonna, actually I will include this brown here. It's a reddish brown, and I want to show you the difference between the matte brown we get from the new Quint versus something that is deeper. So I'm not swatching all 5 shades because I don't think anything is too similar to this, but the other 4 I have on my fingers. This is the gold, and then the taupey brown, then the deeper metallic brown, and then the deep matte. So you can see this one is much deeper than from the new Quint. You could get more impact and more of a smoky look. Yeah, just overall this Quint, you can describe it as softer. It's just softer in comparison. Next we have here is another limited edition Quint. This is Cruise Look. I'll hold Wild Raffia next to it. While not the same, there's some similarities, and I feel like the way that this Quint goes on, how it's on the softer side, reminds me of the qualities of Cruise Look. The defining shade, the standout shade, not surprisingly from Cruise Look, is going to be this coppery shade right in the center here, but everything else kind of has this satin softness to it that I feel like Wild Raffia has too. So I'm going to swatch these 3 shades for comparison. So the 3, we have the lightest gold shade, or champagne light shade, and then something that's kind of blush, and then the brown. I would say Cruise Look is even softer than Wild Raffia. Yeah, these are definitely very metallic, satin, and soft. This one here gives you more impact. And for our last Dior comparison, Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think there are too many similarities, but nonetheless I have it out, so why don't we take a look. This is Golden Day, and Golden Day is a limited edition quint, but it is still available on the website. Perhaps these two shades here we can compare against. I think this is so pretty. There's definitely some similarities with this brown, kind of like an in-between from when you compare to Wild Raffia. And for my last comparison is going to be a totally different brand. It's going to be SUQQU's quad Hikarigure, and I'm very interested to see how this brown compares to not only Wild Raffia but against all the other Dior quints we looked at. Just going to swatch it right here. You know, I feel like it can fit in somewhere along here, somewhere along here. If for some reason you don't like the brown from the other quints or something happened to them, you could easily take a soft metallic brown or a satin brown from your other favorite quads or quints or palettes, and it would do the job. It would still give you a similar look. All in all, I would say this quint is beautiful. It is on the softer side, not quite as soft as Cruise Look, but not as dramatic as Atelier Dore. And if you've missed Cruise Look or Atelier Dolly, this actually might be of interest to you. It's kind of in between and has qualities from both, you could say. But if you like the color story and you like just, you know, lighter color payoff or that kind of ethereal eye look that you get from these lighter shades here, I think this is a quint worth looking into. And it's not limited edition, so you have some time to decide. And you can also wait until it makes it onto other online retailers like Sephora, Nordstrom, to pick it up then. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you again in the next one. Bye.